Welcome to Healthy Cooking with Chef Jeff today. Today we're going to do some balsamic salmon with some side items, some exciting side items to me, so stay tuned. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Healthy Cooking with Chef Jeff today. Today we're doing some exciting food today. I'm going to do some salmon. It's been a while since I did some salmon on the show. What we're going to do a balsamic glazed salmon with a few herbs and stuff like that. You may notice my setup. My setup here, I have some side items, and I also have some black pepper, Dijon mustard, garlic, salt, and some fresh oregano to go with the dish. And let me put a pair of gloves on so I can pick up this salmon, because I got some nice, beautiful looking salmon here. And we're gonna let you taste that salmon after I get through cooking some. And I'm gonna marinate that salmon just a little bit, and with a little bit of honey and a little bit of balsamic vinegar, so that way when it comes time to cooking it, it won't take as long. And that's a good summer dish, winter dish. If you like fish on Friday, because I like fish on Friday, it's a good dish. And I like salmon. Come on and have a seat with us. All right. This is what the salmon looks like. It's nice and fatty. You want to look for a little bit of fat in that salmon. And this is a Alaskan salmon here. Smells fresh, looks fresh. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a mixture of these items here to season the salmon with. So that way that flavor, you'll get it. Normally I season it ahead of time, but you know, on the show I want to go through the steps with you so you'll see the process. All right, let me get my bowl from behind me. Since I put the hands on that salmon, I'm gonna move these gloves. And I got a bowl here. This bowl I'm gonna mix all these ingredients with. I'm going to start out with a little bit of honey. A little bit of black pepper. Because I like black pepper. I really do like black pepper. Garlic. A little bit of garlic. Let me move this out the way so you can see a little bit. And these gloves, let me get these guys out the way so people can see what I'm doing here. All right. Salt. Really don't need much salt, because once that balsamic get mixed in with it, and this is the balsamic. I hope y'all can see just those little ingredients I got right there. Here, and now I'm gonna mix in my balsamic vinaigrette. Pour a little bit of that in there. Move this guy to the side, and I'm gonna whisk it in. Got all those ingredients there. You see that? I hope y'all can see that. Can y'all see that out there? Let me hold it down. Can y'all see that? Yeah. Mix these guys together a little bit. Let them do what they do. And put a pair of gloves back on. I'm gonna heat my saucepan up just a little bit. And the recipe calls for it really doesn't need any oil, but since it has fat itself, the salmon, I brought myself a little bit of my favorite olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. That's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to glaze the pan like so. And this is a coated Teflon pan that I'm using because I didn't want to use a cast iron skillet nor a aluminum skillet on this. Set this guy here. And I got a lemon for later. Set you here. Get you guys out the way. Now, I'm cutting my salmon. Since it's a big old piece, I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to take it and cut it on a bias like so. Like that. Reason why I'm doing that, for the cook temperature. Now I'm going to drop it in the marinade. Let these guys get to know each other real well. This dressing and the salmon itself. Can you see that? Can y'all see that? Can you see that? Yeah, look good, right? In the meantime, I'm going to let it set there. All right. I'm going to peel my oregano off the stem. And I like fresh oregano. I like fresh herbs, period. And I'm going to chop it up a little bit. Chop, 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 chop. Now you may notice I didn't add the mustard yet to it, because mustard is so strong, and it's a grape upon mustard. It has a white wine flavor to it, and I didn't add that yet. And I'm also going to add a little bit of white wine to this dish. All right. Now set you guys to the side there. Set you to the side. Now I'm going to break me off just a little bit of parsley. And I'm going to chop these guys too, for the simple fact that I need that for my side item. My side item is for my carrots there. Not carrots, but yellow squash. I got yellow squash as a side item. Set these guys to the side here. All right. Now, my white wine, I'm here. Going in here. Now add just a little bit of white wine to it. This is a little bit of white wine, Chablis. Or you can drink with it or cook with it, either one. I chose to cook with it. Now, I'm going to add just a teaspoon of a little bit of mustard to this also. Just a dab, about that much mustard. Now I'm going to take my spatula here and mix all this together. White wine and mustard and all those guys hanging out together on a piece of salmon. And you probably say, why you got that spatula mixing that? You normally mix all the stuff with it. Well, I don't want to break up the fish itself, because if I mix it with something metal or something solid, a spoon or something, it would tear the fish apart. And I didn't want to do that. All right. Now, the second most exciting part, cooking of the fish. And this is a dish that you can do ahead of time. If you're hosting a party or something like that, you can do this as an appetizer for people just to snack on with a piece of bread or something. You hear that sizzle? That's a good sizzle. And this salmon, it's going to turn like a gray, golden brown texture and stuff. And it goes pretty fast with salmon. You see the caramelization? I hope you can see the caramelization. I'm going to walk around and show you the caramelization of the salmon itself. And so you can see how it begins to turn brown and golden around the edges of it from the balsamic and the flavor of it. So that way, all that marinade that is set in for only like 5 to 6 minutes, it comes out. That flavor comes out. All right. I'm going to walk around the room and show it to you. I'll let my saute pan cool off a little bit. Can you see that? Can you see that? See how it began to caramelize around the edges? You see that? You see how it began to caramelize? Yeah. I'm going to walk over here and show you, Miss Parks, and you guys can see the caramelization of the salmon. Yes, yes. And I want people to see that. You know, you can see that. And you see that? It smells great. Smells good, doesn't it? That's a good dish there. I'm going to come back here and give you and Adam a chance to see that too. Mm-hmm. That golden caramelization of the salmon. And this dish is actually a quick dish. If you're entertaining at home or something like that, you can prepare this dish in a short amount of time. If you prep ahead, maybe it takes about 10 minutes to prep, and cooking time it takes about 15 minutes or less. And you can have all your side items already done. So this is a quick dish for those people who's in a hurry, always on the go. And I'm going to add just a little bit more white wine to it, because I do want it to get golden brown. Now, now look at it. You can see that, how golden it got? Yes, I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to leave it sitting here while I go ahead and get my side items together. The side items I have are a little bit of yellow squash. These are simple things you can put together to have a healthy meal. And I'm going to do a plate presentation on it for you guys. And I got just a little bit of rice. And that rice, I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley to it, a little bit of olive oil, so it get a little flavor, salt, pepper, garlic. So it changed that flavor profile. All right. Now be smart, take it off the heat, pan and pan to cool things off. Now, over here, I'm gonna do the rice. Over here, I'm gonna do the squash. That squash gonna get just a little bit of stuff to prep. I just want to get my saucepans warm because they've been sitting at a cold temperature. Then I'm gonna cut it back off while I do my prep for those vegetables. All right, put our gloves on. Let me get this guy out the way now so people can see. What do y'all think about that salmon so far? Looks wonderful, huh? Look real, something you can do yourself, right? Yeah. Now, take just a little bit of this pepper. I'm just gonna cut the tip off of it and use it. And this part of a garnish pretty much. And a little bit of this carrot. You may notice I only sliced it with my knife, with the front end of it, because if I use the back end, I'm cutting too big of a chunk. And now I'm just going to julienne it like so, and then I'm going to dice it real fine. Now, get fresh lemon juice. Okay. You smell that pepper? Give it a little bit of garlic in there. I love black pepper. Man, can y'all smell that? Can y'all smell that? Now, this rice is pre-cooked rice. I pre-cooked it ahead of time. You can add a stock to this rice, or you can add, like me, a little bit of white wine to it. I love white wine too, just like I like black pepper. Just to give it a little bit of moisture and add to the flavor. Can y'all see that? Good, good. I hope America can see it because we're doing a lot of things here. Now, finna do the side item on this. You don't never supposed to put salt directly on a saute pan, especially a Teflon one, because that salt get kind of dry and stuff. Just a little bit of pepper. Bring these guys in there. And I like olive oil. Now, while these guys are doing what they do, can y'all see that? You can use, most people eat with the eyes, and you can see all that color that's in there. And I want them to eat with my tongue because I can look bad and still taste good, you know. All right. And these guys coming together real good. Now, this is my plate. Everybody familiar with that one? I'm gonna take a piece of this salmon over here. And this is a lemon, and I'm adding the lemon to that squash to change the flavor from the salt, pepper, and the carrots and stuff. So it'll have a bite to it. And you can smell it now, right? Can you smell those onions that's caramelizing in there? I'm gonna turn this guys off because I don't want it to burn. All right. Now to do a plate presentation on this. I'm taking the rice. And a little bit of that salmon. And I told you about the oregano I was chopping, right? The oregano I was chopping for a simple reason is to go on top of this. Sprinkle just lightly on top of the salmon. Bring that salmon back up to temperature. And oregano can be very, very strong. I'm not going to put it on all of it. That's already pretty. The way the colors come together on that plate, it's already pretty without the salmon. And this is your balsamic glazed salmon. The presentation there. Alright, and I'm just going to cheat a little bit and take a little bit of parsley, put on here, and a little bit of lemon zest. That's that salmon plate. I just added rice and a vegetable to it to give it color and stuff. You can add any flavor of vegetables or starch to it that you may like to have. But what do y'all think so far?
Beautiful.
Look beautiful? Look tasty. Look very tasty. I would eat some on air, but I got to go back later and cook, because I don't want to get sleepy while I'm trying to cook. I hope everybody around can see that. All right, now I'm gonna do y'all a big favor. I'm gonna cook y'all some salmon now so you can taste that salmon. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. All right. Okay. All right, that should be it for our show for today. All right.